Have you ever heard the saying, take your medicine and stop complaining? Well, let's give some Democrats some more of their own medicine here after a horrendous week that they have had. Because why not? They spent the better part of a decade dumping on the MAGA movement. So tonight, I'm not taking the high road. They're the minority. Now they stink. Literally. So I figured it's Friday night. Let's pile it on. Check this out. Their favorability rating, it has dropped to a 16-year low. And if you look at the trend on the chart over the last few months, it's plummeting, which you see going up their unfavorability. I'm going to take a stab at why. They have a brand to rebuild, but keep making themselves look crazy. Right now, they're viewed by the majority of the country as the party of being extreme, unhinged, out of touch with normalcy, and they just have a general overall lack of common sense. In fact, this weekend, the DNC, everybody, they are picking a new leader. And here's how the Associated Press framed it, quote, a Democrat party in crisis will elect its new chairman on Saturday. Crisis? Yeah, I would say so. And so let's do this. Here are the two front runners. This is who they're cooking up. The leading candidates are Minnesota's Ken Martin and Wisconsin's Ben Wickler. So let's start with Ken Martin, the chair for the Minnesota Democrat Farmer Labor Party. Do you know what some of his crowning achievements are? Well, I'll tell you. That is getting Minnesota to vote for Hillary Clinton in 2016 and getting Tim Walz elected as governor. How has that worked out? That guy, he only gets wins in the state of Minnesota. Shocker of the year. It's gone completely Democrat. Well, it looks like sticking to the same old strategy that lost them the 2024 election in the first place is still going to be their plan moving forward.
We already know that Trump will fail Americans. He's already failing Americans, right? You can think about this just in the last 3 days alone. The policies he's pushing are not going to help anyone in this country.
Come on, dude. Really? And then there's the other front runner, Ben Wickler. He used to be the head of a group called MoveOn.org. So here's what he wanted. He wanted Senator Elizabeth Warren, of all people, to run for president when Trump won the first time. I quote him. Senator Warren is not planning to run for president. This is what he said back then. Head of MoveOn's Washington office. The whole point is to make the case to her and encourage her to change her mind. This guy thought Elizabeth Warren could win the presidency. This is incredible, everybody. It's a gift. He's also backed by Nancy Pelosi.
We're in a moment when our country is spinning out into oligarchy. The richest people in the world are part of the Trump administration trying to shred the way our government works, hand off chunks to the ultra-wealthy and rig our system against everyone else. And we cannot lie down while Republicans punch us in the face. This is a fight.
These guys, these are the two guys that are going to bring change.
Have a show of hands. How many of you believe that racism and misogyny played a role in Vice President Harris's defeat? Okay. So that's good. You all pass.
They don't want to learn, everybody, and they can't because they don't even know where the middle is anymore. And nothing was more obvious than that, than Democrats' behavior on Capitol Hill during the hearings this week. Look, I get it. You have concerns and questions for Trump nominees. That's fine. But Democrats right now are auditioning to the American people to come back to them. But what did we see, though? Here's what I'm calling it. The best hits from Democrats on the Hill this week. Let's take it.
Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, no,
and protecting their interests.
Oh.
Hear your answer, yes or no. Did you make money?
I don't have those financial disclosures.
This is my third and last time I'm going to ask you that question.
You have that information.
So you refuse to answer the question.
That's not the question. You and I, you have said
you're asking me, Senator, you're asking me not to sue pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
Ew. Like watching that. The people who flipped from Democrat to Republican during the last election, they're saying now, oh, yeah, you know what? I want to go back to voting for them. I don't think so. Nothing screams like lack of common sense more to me than what happened with the Lake and Riley Act. The most common sense piece of legislation that was signed this week by President Trump: if illegals commit crimes in our country and they get caught, they get detained. Yet 156 Democrats in the House voted against it. 35 Democrat senators voted against it. How? How could you be against this bill? But here's another great clip from the week, and I know you've seen it. It's hilarious, though. Selena Gomez, everyone from Hollywood, losing her mind over the fact that illegals are being booted out of here.
I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't.
Their messaging is so messed up. They actually went after Trump this week on inflation. Some talking point clearly came down from the DNC to talk about the cost of eggs. Trump has been in office for less than 2 weeks, but liberal media was asking him why eggs cost so much after the Biden-Harris administration ushered in what is known as the era of inflation.
My local Costco was out of eggs this weekend. We ended up paying $14 for 18 eggs.
Prices are going up, price of eggs.
Because we know eggs, the cost of eggs is just like insane right now.
The majority of white people voted for this. This is the disgusting version of America that people want. And oh, by the way, eggs are still more expensive.
Inflation's been running rampant for 4 years. This is just dumb. Whoever is running things for them has to be dumb. You know when you have a problem when Bloomberg News is coming out with articles like this, quote, Democrats have their own weird problem. In 2024, the party tried to weaponize the word against its opponents, but to many, the left is the one out of step with American norms. I mean, there's no common sense. Trump is steamrolling them with common sense. Executive orders for 2 genders only. Ending the federal funding for children being able to change their sex. Getting rid of DEI bullcrap that very well may have led to the disaster 2 days ago in D.C. Getting rid of stuff that actually is weird and doing what a leader should do. Getting businesses to invest in our country. Finding where we are wasting taxpayer dollars. Signing executive orders to deregulate our industry so they can come here and they can compete. Getting hostages released, and again, getting criminals the hell out of our country. Hey, and just a reminder to everybody, we do have a border again, and liberal media, they cannot believe it.
Of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws, and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
You may have been one of the worst first. They all have a criminal record?
And welcome to the break. If they
room.
broke our nation's laws, yes, they are criminal.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.